Hi, my name is Nila, and this is the story of my project, Warm Welcomes. Imagine being forced to leave everything you know, your home, friends, and family. Next thing you know, you're having to navigate an unfamiliar country where even the language is a barrier that sets you apart. For refugees, this is not just hypothetical. This is their reality, filled with intense challenges and emotion. Families must secure basic needs while carrying the weight of grief, coping with isolation, and struggling through the effects of trauma. As refugees look for safety and a chance at rebuilding their lives, they are blocked by obstacles often unnoticed and unrecognized by their new communities. A refugee is not the same as an immigrant or an expat. A refugee is someone who has been forced to flee their country or homeland. Refugees require international protection because they are coming from political violence, persecution, oppression, and/or entrenched severe civil instabilities. Right now, there are more than 43.4 million refugees worldwide, the highest number globally since World War II. Two of the largest refugee crises facing the world right now originate in Myanmar and Syria. For its part in the global response, New Zealand has doubled the number of refugees they are taking in for resettlement, creating new needs in more communities. Many refugees suffer from anxiety, depression, and post-traumatic stress disorder. Refugees grieve the loss of their home, neighbors, community, and culture. Most fear they will be displaced again. Many have lost loved ones either to death or years-long separation. Parents worry constantly about the safety of their children, seeing danger and instability everywhere. These anxieties interfere with daily activities and make rebuilding life in a new place extremely challenging. The challenges with settling and integrating can cause additional trauma. Refugees may struggle to assimilate into their host culture. They face racism, exclusion, isolation, and discrimination, often with poor living and working conditions. Research has shown the stressors experienced by refugees after resettlement can cause more serious harm than the events which first led to their refugee status. In fact, we know that the trauma exposure itself does not always or directly cause ongoing emotional or psychological distress. It is what happens after, as they live through and then process the trauma that has occurred. This makes resettling an especially vulnerable time for refugees. It also means this is the time when we can make a powerful difference. Deciding on my Quest project was very difficult for me. I wanted to do something that would strongly impact people in need, but also something I'm passionate about and would enjoy working on. Shortly before moving to New Zealand, I discovered a love for crocheting. As soon as I learned a few simple stitches, I wanted to share my creations with others. I was so excited by creating something fun or beautiful out of simple materials. Crocheting was such a fun challenge. Being able to make people smile with a special handcrafted gift felt meaningful to me. Seeing how people reacted to my creations, I wondered if there was a way to use this new hobby to not only make others happy, but to help them too. When I learned about the challenges facing newly arrived refugees in New Zealand, I knew I had found a bigger purpose for crocheting. I could craft and give blankets as a way to help create a sense of safety for refugees who needed it. First, I researched how blankets can affect people. I learned blankets make people feel safe and secure. The soft pressure of a blanket releases serotonin, a neurotransmitter associated with feelings of well-being and happiness. This not only helps to reduce anxiety, but also acts as a physical and psychological anchor. Next, I contacted the Red Cross Refugee Organization to see if the blankets would help and if they would be willing to take them to give to refugees. They were enthusiastic about my idea, so my project began. I started strategizing how I would make enough blankets. One single blanket can take multiple months to complete, so I had to figure out how to get enough people involved to really make my project stronger. I started a crochet club after school for anyone wanting to learn and help. One of my challenges in the beginning was not having enough people who knew how to crochet. Only one person in my club was experienced, so most of the club meetings I was teaching simple stitches and didn't get many things completed. That is why I started making flyers to put up in stores and in crafty Facebook groups to advertise my project to see if anyone was interested in helping. I asked for 15-centimeter squares, and a few people contacted me saying they had some to donate. I did appreciate the donations very much, but they were all different sizes and weights, so putting them into blanket categories was hard. I laid out all my donations and fit all of the different sizes and weights into categories for the blankets. Then I started sewing them together. The biggest challenge I did not anticipate was how long it takes to create and complete a blanket. I also found myself not dedicating enough of my time to crocheting squares. I solved this problem by taking it one blanket at a time and committing more of my free time to completing them. I also had some friends help me connect the pieces. I'm excited to say that next week I'm going to travel to Palmerston North to meet Tina Larson from the Red Cross to learn more about the program and donate my blankets. It's perfect timing as they are getting 5 new families that need blankets this December. Throughout my journey, I developed many skills that helped me. I learned much about marketing to get people to donate to my project. I also learned how to run and organize a club, which helped me build confidence and responsibility in my project. While talking to shop owners, I grew my ability to effectively communicate while convincing them to let me put up flyers. My crochet skills also improved. Wait. There we go. I want to leave you with this message. I believe it is important to support newly arrived refugees as new members of our community. It is not only the hardship of the refugees we are responding to, although that is extremely important. It is also welcoming and celebrating the different cultures and diversity of experiences that enrich our community. Reaching out to connect with and care for refugees is one way to move our awareness of a global issue into supportive local action. As we help one another, we learn from one another. As we learn, our understanding of one another and ourselves grow. That is always a good thing. I want to thank everyone who donated to my project in this amazing community, because without them, my project wouldn't have worked. I want to especially thank Anna Maria for always going above and beyond and willing to help me when I needed it. Thank you to the workers at the Red Cross, Fire Charlie, and my parents for helping me make my project the best it could be. The heart of my project is expressed beautifully by this quote from Gina Nair. It is the obligation of every person born in a safer room to open the door when someone in danger knocks. Thank you.